Florida State at Miami. Florida State a 21-point favorite here. Oof. What was this line before the year? Pick. Um,
You told me on Monday we never have to talk about these guys again.
well, the reason I want to talk about it is, wait, is it sitting at 20 and a half right now? Yeah, 21. Um, Miami doesn't have many tough games on their schedule. So like Cam Ward Heisman, you want to get some stats here.
Right.
Also, I mean, Florida State has been on, they're bad. It's a bad football team, just like Michigan. It's a new world of college football. Sometimes teams that are really good do a complete 180 and you got to downgrade them like 17, 20 points. It's crazy to say out loud, but it's just the way that it works now. Here's the thing. Miami, who knows who's going to be under center? They might be rotating quarterbacks. The, Florida State has been unlucky with turnovers. Like eventually they're going to get some turnovers. They're not going to drop every pass. They're also maybe not. I mean, maybe they're just going to continue turning over because their quarterbacks are terrible. But Miami probably wants to run this up, right?
Mhm.
My Chris last year, Florida State beat them. Cristobal's first year, Florida State beat them 44-3 and or 45-3. And what did they do in that game? Norvell ran it up, ran in for a touchdown late.
Yep.
So I, you want to get Ward stats, shove it to Florida State, and is really good at never taking knees. Mario Cristobal. Uh, so and I don't think he has to worry about not taking a knee to blow this game. I actually lean Miami. I can't get to this number. Like, let me see how much I've downgraded. I'll tell you right now. I have downgraded.
Oh God, I can look too.
Let's see,
All right, I'll do this too. This ought to be a fun little exercise.
Miami. I mean, it's hard to know how much to downgrade these teams. What do I project this at? Uh, oh, never mind. I can get to this number. I was looking at my neutral. I'm 22. Um, so I lean Miami. Florida State, I've downgraded.
Holy cow.
Let's see,
I've got mine.
Florida
How much have you
State,
downgraded them?
16 and a half points.
14 points for me.
16 and a half. I'm at 22 in this game. Let me see if that's the most I've downgraded a team. Let's look up Michigan. Um, Michigan, I've only downgraded 14 and a half. So yeah, Florida State is the most. Crazy. I'm at 22. Like actually 22.6. So I would lean Miami here, and I think they want to run it up. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, you know why there's not going to be knees, right? I mean, there's not going to be knees because there's always going to be a recruiting battle inside this state. Um, well, look at that. App State. App State is my biggest dive this year, 18 and a half points. Next, Florida State minus 14 and a half points. All right. Back on task here.
App State is 18 and a half. What do I, let me see
I've
what I
taken
have.
18 and a half points off their power rating
I
since the
haven't been that aggressive yet um, because like they dealt with, um, and you were really high on App State. You were much higher on App State than
I
me.
was.
So you had more
I
to come
was.
down. App State had to deal with like the flooding and all that. So
Yeah.
like I was kind of giving them a pass for some, but anyway, good.
Yeah. So no one's taking knees in this game because no matter what, no matter how bad the records are, there's still a recruiting battle in this state, a monster recruiting battle. These two teams are going after the same guys, whether it's the portal or whether it's high school kids, they're going after them when they're in seventh grade. So this is a really big game from that aspect. I think the one thing, if I had to pick, because I don't have really a side on the game, I make it like what, 21 and a half. And the total, damn, man, I make the total 55.8 and the total on the board is 54 and a half. So as much as I'd like to get into the over on the narrative that these two teams aren't going to quit, there's one big problem I have with Florida State, and that the fact is that they're 70th in defensive havoc. How do you beat Cam Ward? Defensive havoc. How do you stop them? Defensive havoc. It's just they're not going to get behind the line of scrimmage. They're not going to swat stuff down. Florida State's just really kind of pathetic. They're outside the top 100 and defensive quality drives, and Miami is number one in getting that ball into scoring position from a methodical quality drive perspective. I think if there's something that could cover this game for Florida State, maybe something hidden from everybody else's stats. Florida State is number one in the nation in SP plus special teams. Miami's no slack. I mean, they're not slacking, they're 28th, but Florida State number one in special teams could be a punt return, could be a kick return, could be a blocked punt, could be something like that that gets you a nice little backdoor when they're down by 28.